I tried to stack as many of the new self buffs as I could, and this is what happened. Let's find out what exactly is going on here. I tested a couple of different builds with the Monkey King, and just like anything else in life, you will probably fail miserably until you or someone else finds something that works really well. For this build, we're going to be picking the Monkey King.
Whoa. Here I come.
You could totally make this work with other characters, but well, the monkey is fresh, new, and tight. And just like you on the other side of this screen, thinking about death all the time, the weapon we're going to take doesn't really matter, because we will not use any of the starting skills, so it's really up to you. I'll be picking the Might of the Mountains, because I like how it sounds, and it has some nice bonuses as well. And uh-oh, here comes the runes. But first, you might be wondering, what exactly are these new buffs that we're going to try and stack? This is a new system for our next update, where a lot of different skills and power-ups can give us temporary buffs that can be special attributes or effects. And for this example, we will be focusing on the ones that give us attributes, like Prowess, for example, that gives us extra damage, or Colossal, that gives us extra area modifier. With the rebalancing we did, now we're going to have a lot more new combos and stuff to fit into different builds that actually work really well. But for the one we're going to be looking at, we chose this combo right here. We're taking Thrust, Swing, and Chaos Mastery to have access to all our skills we're going to need for this run. The one rune that is going to make this work is Synergetic.
Okay, this is great.
Which is now much more powerful because it also applies to buff synergies. Stuff like Shredding Armor, which gives us amplitude whenever we apply Bulwark, Adrenaline, which gives us finesse when we apply haste. You can see where this is going, right? And with Synergetic, not only we have a greater chance to proc those synergies, but also to get these power-ups in the first place. This, paired with our skills, will make this build pop off. For our map of choice, it does matter a bit which one we choose because of the rewards you can earn from each one. And you might have noticed this new icon here, the danger level of each zone. This adds another layer of challenge to each map, and is something to be mindful of when selecting where to start your journey. If you have not completed the meta progression yet, that is. I'll be picking the Frozen Wastelands because I like the cold. RLL too. And for our curse setup here, I'll highlight 3 of them that are really important to know about. One of them is Captain of the Void. Gives elites armor and block power. Warlords of the Void, which gives the bosses armor and block power. And Council of Lords, which makes bosses come at us all at once. In our last video, we mentioned that Revenge of the Void and a few other curses were going away. But Soulstone Survivors is all about you playing the game however you want. And we know some of you some of you professionals want to watch the world burn. So we decided to leave all curses in the game, but introduce new ones and allow you to choose however you want to play, without sacrificing access to higher grade materials and major bonuses to loot. So let's dive into our skills, details, and find out how far we can take this build. Shall we? Let's dive a little deeper into the Monkey King's Ascension first. As we play and slay some ice demons from hell, you'll notice that 2 orb-looking things will start spawning. One black and another one white. These represent Yin, the black one, and Yang, the white one. Whenever you pick one up, the other one gets sucked into the void, and you can pick a total of 6 of these up. Each black orb you pick will spawn a melee clone of the monkey that taunts enemies for you. Really powerful indeed, since we would have to take a summon skill to make this happen otherwise. The white ones will give you a Super Saiyan Beam Enjoyer clone that deals single target damage from afar. And the extra damage that these monkeys can pull is not bad at all.
I was this guy. Weak. Nerdy.
To take full advantage of the new synergy power-ups, we have taken a couple of skills that give a lot of self-buff to us. First skill we got here is Heartrending Strike, giving us Fragility, Bulwark, and Finesse. Bulwark will increase our block power, and Fragility increases all damage received. Then we got our lovely Scent of Blood here. Increases cast frequency based on Finesse stacks, and Finesse stacks increase multi-cast chance. And then we also have Sharp Spear, which gives us Form, extra crit chance, and Haste, extra movement speed. On Guard, which will apply Exposed, which also increases damage taken, Bulwark, and Form as well. Our Giga damage skill here is Quick Strike, because it multiplies its damage based on our movement speed. Bloodlust to increase our movement speed and cast frequency even further. And finally, Storm of Spears, our second giga damaging skill that deals damage based on the number of form stacks on us. And this is the result we get from this lovely combination. Ah, crazy indeed. This build is like being in a tank versus a lot of infantry that has little ways of destroying your tank, at least for the time being. We have made a couple of changes. The next update, the enemy scaling endless cycles, is completely revamped. You can expect enemies to have a lot less health than before, and their attack and movement speed should also stop scaling when it reaches a certain limit. However, enemies also got a new stat called armor penetration. This allows enemies to ignore a portion of your armor and block power, so it's important to watch your step to not get deleted by enemies the deeper you go into the void. Please do keep in mind that the game is still changing a lot, being early access, so keep an eye out for those patch notes. And as we can clearly see here, this build is crazy. It gets to some amazing levels and it's super fun to play. Welcome back to some Soulstone Survivors late game. As you can see, we're doing quite a bit of damage and we are really fast indeed. Well, the screen feels like staring into the sun for a little bit, but we do feel good for now, and I'll tell you what, if you don't suck at the game like I do, you'll be able to take this really far. I died out of the game in cycle 4, but it can for sure last longer than this. This is just one example of the new combos that you can experiment with, and we are excited to be getting this update out into your hands as fast as we can. Thank you so much, and until the next one, Survivors.
This goes out to all my homies. Yeah, no matter the day, my homie be there. Be it rain or shine, be it circle or square. McDonald's, you know, he always come through. A homie see me for me, yeah, he know that I'm true. Tootie be tempting me, but my homie, he raised my internal climate. I can't even begin to describe it. My shoulder to cry on.